you want me to talk about first about who am I and people like Efrat and where would you come from? Well, there are in Israel the whole movement around this COVID issue, which is of course larger and bigger and more deep than just COVID, is from all political range, if you can say. But as far as the COVID, the green passport, all that stuff that we thought the new government will fight against, or at least try to fight against, we realized nothing is going on. So I found myself underneath the house. I'm very activist on the streets also. So underneath the house of Horowitz's place. He is the Minister of Health, and he's a Meretz. He was the leader of Meretz. He's now stepping back.
Meretz is
And Meretz,
the leftist party, the left wing.
the
Yeah,
left wing
clarify.
party,
Yeah.
which is the left wing, which is still Jewish in a way. I mean, not like the Arab parties. I was voting for Meretz since I'm 18 years old, and all of a sudden I found myself underneath his place calling him to resign. So for me, the shift was very big, but it wasn't a shift from left to right or from one party to the other. It's just realizing that something is way bigger is happening here, uh, bigger than political rivalries and bigger than politicians. And then I started to dig, and I've started to doing all my videos around that. So that was my shift. Efrat is also, I'm not going to speak for her, but she's on my views, what you can call left, you know, I don't know what to, all those definitions seem so kind of weird now, but I can tell you what I am for, So I am for, human rights for everyone, including Palestinians. I can see the problems there. I can see the problems here, but that is my views. I remember when we were going after the Canadians started, doing their thing with the truckers. Israel has done the Freedom Convoy also, and we were in the Jerusalem, and I was with my equipment, and we were, moving. I've done a lot of videos from there, and there was one part when we were marching through the city of Jerusalem with, all the people in the street. We had a camp behind the Knesset, and then the camp was violently evicted by the police. Very violent eviction, all of a sudden. There was families, kids. Unbelievable what happened there. But I remember as I was filming, I went with my camera to video camera to a car with a religious Orthodox Jew with, the beard and, all the kids in the car. And I have this part, I'll send it to you. It's the end of the movie and end of the video, and he's looking at the whole bunch of people, left wing, right wing, everybody's marching together, and he says to the camera that Judaism is not about symbol, it's not about the tzitzit or the tefillin or whatever. It's about the unity. It's about, and he pointed to the people. It's about that. And that was a very moving moment for me, realizing, first of all, that I'm guilty as the next person of sometimes judging people who are not like me, who do not look like me, who do not share my beliefs. And I think, and I told you that in a way, I think it's an opportunity to manage the gap between religious people and non-religious people, between right and left. I mean, the clash will always happen eventually when it comes to dealing with issues that we do not agree on. But I think that maybe there's a way here to do that more civilized, and to open a discussion. And that's a big thing for me. I keep saying in my videos, unless we will be able to unite and try to manage, skip the gaps between us, we won't have a chance because they have all the money, all the power and everything, and we need to find a way.
We understand that it's not left versus right. It's just humanity, and that can agree on one thing, that none of us want to be killed by doctors and the medical establishment and politicians. Yes, we disagree on certain things, but ultimately we all want to live. And it flies in the face of all their nonsense, all their BS, pardon my language. So I just want to thank you for joining us, man. Keep up.
Avi, continue to serve God. Reality.
Yeah, that's it. And thank you.
My pleasure.
עם ישראל נמדד באחדות שלנו, זה אחדות, זה אחדות. לא כיפה, לא זקן, לא פאות, לא ציצית, זה יהדות, זה עם ישראל.